There are two moments I love. The moment when I say, you need to get your degree, and I see deer in the headlights, scared, how am I going to do that? And then I love that moment when they come and tell me they've graduated and how much they didn't want to do that and how valuable it was for them. I'm Gene Pelham, President and CEO of Road Credit Union. We work to develop talent internally. Being in Southern Oregon, we can either hire people from out of the area or we can help our own people grow. And the great thing about the Innovation and Leadership Program is that we get to develop the very best and brightest from here and give them the opportunity to grow with the organization. When people are learning, they're actually more productive, even if they have schoolwork and they have family life and they have work. All of that together, when they're learning, their mind works so much better. We encourage folks to learn at Road Credit Union. We encourage them to be curious. And the Innovation and Leadership Program is like the absolute perfect opportunity for someone that needs to enhance their skills and an organization that still needs them to be fully productive and capable at the same time.
Afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to Harry and David Field, the home of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships, broadcast live on TableRockSports.net. This 3:30 p.m. game going to be between Washington Metro East and Washington Northwest. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the City of Medford and by our title sponsor, Lithia Auto Superstore, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break, and when we come back, the starting lineups for both squads. More from Harry and David Field when we come back.
A parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
The days grow long, and the last school bell rings, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to that fabled land of green, where adventure drifts with you on the water and carries you through the trees. So let curiosity get the best of you and take the trail less traveled to Southern Oregon. Your journey begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships, live on TableRockSports.net. Let's take a look at the lineups for both squads. First, for Washington Northwest. They'll start in the field wearing red. At third base is Dylan Schwartzmiller. At shortstop, Carson Burns. At second base, Tyler Hogan. At first base, Carson Burke. Behind the plate, Chris Woodside. In the outfield for Washington Northwest, in left is Gage Bruce. In center, Maxwell Patterson. And in right is Bryce Johnson. The pitcher on the mound for Washington Northwest is Brandon Brunette, standing in at 6'7", 245 pounds, right-handed thrower out of Meadowdale. Washington Northwest is coached by Parker Gwynn of Everett Community College. Take a look now at Washington Metro East, wearing the navy blues. Their batting lineup is as follows. Leading off is Noah Weintraub. Batting second is Logan Blank. Batting third, Colby Holmdahl. Batting fourth is J.J. Diaz. Batting fifth, Jacob Hellman. Batting sixth, Colby Loper. Batting seventh, Chet Mai. Batting eighth, Drew Johnson. Batting ninth, Austin Paul. Batting 10th, Jake Smith. And batting 11th is Blake Miller. Washington Metro East is coached by Ben Harley out of Centralia College. We'll step away for one more quick break, and when we come back, first pitch from Harry and David Field.
You're a coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, God! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine not so far away that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net. Washington Metro East taking on Washington Northwest. I'm as big a Katy Perry fan as the next one, but sometimes got to take matters into your own hands. We got baseball to watch. Noah Weintraub at the plate. Swings through the 0-1 offering.
Greg, do you have the center field camera's number? Yes, I do. Okay, he needs to look at his. He actually needs to be looking at the camera because it's off center as hell right now.
Okay, I'm gonna let him know. All right.
Popped foul and out of play. Again, the defensive alignment behind Braden Brunette. Chris Woodside is catching. Dylan Schwartzmiller at third. Carson Burns at second, or at short. Tyler Hogan at second. Carson Burke at first. Gage Bruce in left. Maxwell Patterson in center, and Bryce Johnson in right.
He fixed it. He gets better. Thank you.
Infield pop fly. The third baseman, Schwartzmiller, squeezes the glove for out number one.
He corrected it. We're good now.
One out for the left fielder for Washington Metro East, Logan Blank. Blank, 5'11", 180 pounds, out of Newport. First pitch high and outside, ball one. And a fastball painted on the outside corner. Evens the count. Good turnout of fans here at Harry and David Field. Everyone spread out in accordance with CDC guidelines. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Logan Blank. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down in the top of the first. Nobody on for Colby Holmdahl. Holmdahl, 5'10", 185-pound lefty swinger out of Glacier Peak. Brunette comes set, kicks and fires. Infield pop fly. It's actually going to carry into the outfield. Coming on and making the grab is Gage Bruce to squeeze the glove, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 inning to the bottom of the first we go. No score from Harry and David Field. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net. 1-2-3 top of the first, so to the home half we go. On the mound for Washington Metro East is Jake Smith. 6 feet, 210 pounds out of Mount Si. Catching him is Colby Loper, and the defense for Metro East is as follows. At third base, Jacob Hellman. At shortstop, Drew Johnson. At second, Jet Mai. At first, Colby Holmdahl. In the outfield for Washington Metro East in left, Logan Blank. In center, Noah Weintraub. And in right is Blake Miller. Batting order for Washington Northwest. Eric Dotzauer will lead it off, followed by Carson Burns, then Gage Bruce, Dylan Schwartzmiller, Maxwell Patterson, Caden Wotipka, then Tyler Hogan, Chris Woodside, Bryce Johnson, Jack Fenton, Jonah Shull, and Carson Burke. A fastball that catches the upper half of the zone for strike 1 on Eric Dotzauer. Dotzauer, 5'11", 185 pounds from Anacortes. And the home plate umpire said he went around for strike 2. Just off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Eric Dotzauer. Smith kicks and fires. Outside again. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Jake Smith. Dotzauer put away. That will bring up Carson Burns. Starting at shortstop. Correction, Gage Bruce at the plate. Gage Bruce for Washington Northwest. Bruce starting in left field for the red and white. First pitch high and in, ball 1. Gage Bruce, 5'10", 165 pounds, attends Woodinville High School. Chases an outside pitch. Count evens 1-1. Smith comes home. And a nice changeup. Bruce swinging over the top of it for strike 2. The 1-2 from Smith. Popped up right side. First baseman Colby Holmdahl waits for it in foul territory and makes the grab. Not an easy play down the line. 2 away. Coming up now, Patterson. Maxwell Patterson, starting center fielder for Washington Northwest. Patterson, 6'1", 180 pounds, lefty thrower, righty batter, attends Bothell High School. And the first pitch to Patterson just outside, ball 1. Smith winds and fires. In there to even the count. Hard hit. One hop to Jacob Hellman. Fires across the diamond in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Washington Metro East. To the home half. To the top of the second inning, we go. No score from Harry and David Field.
Seen a new way to achieve the highest level of savings. Peak Rewards. The Peak Rewards app is your roadmap to savings wherever your journey takes you. Simply by using our mobile app, you can shop for a mountain of savings in any of our convenience stores and fuel up for less. Just download the Peak Rewards app, register, find participating stations and stores near you, and start saving. With Peak Rewards, you can travel further for less. So what are you waiting for? Download Peak Rewards today and find a location near you.
Here,
you can be wider on your shot. Okay. Because I'm going to be here most of the time. So you can be wider to catch more action. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Welcome back. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net, presented by the City of Medford, Lithia Auto Superstore, Jeep Dodge Chrysler, and Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon. Both teams down in order in the first. To the second we go. Braden Brunette on the mound for Washington Northwest. J.J. Diaz, Jacob Hellman, and Colby Loper, the 3 due up for Washington Metro East. First pitch low for ball 1. Oh, up and in. Diaz, self-preservation, ducks out of the way. The 2-0. In the air to shallow right. The second baseman, Tyler Hogan, is out there to make the grab.
Great. You can zoom in on those plays too if you don't mind. So when you get to that's when I zoom in. Definitely, yes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. No worries, you're good.
Now here's Jacob Hellman at the plate. Hellman, 6'2", 170 pounds, out of Roosevelt High School. The 1-0 from Brunette. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. And Hellman ahead now, 3-0. Ball 4. And first base runner for either team. Hellman aboard, and that will bring up Colby Loper, starting catcher for Washington Metro East. Loper standing in at 5'9", 190 pounds on the scale, out of Skyview. And the first pitch hits him. So 2 aboard for Washington Metro East without putting a ball in play. Still only 1 out, and Jet Mai will step into the box. Mai standing in at 5'8", 150 pounds. And listed under his throwing hand is the letter B, which I can only assume stands for both. So Jet Mai can throw with both arms. Don't see that every day, and he pokes one down into left field. They will hold Hellman at third. First base hit of the day for either teams. It belongs to Jet Mai, and it loads the bases for Drew Johnson. Hellman at third, took a 4-pitch walk. Colby Loper got hit in the wallet. He's at second, and Jet Mai, the bloop single to left, is at first. Now here's Drew Johnson. Takes a fastball in the outer corner, strike 1. Johnson, 6'1", 170 pounds, from West Valley, committed to Tacoma next year. Ground ball to the shortstop, to the second baseman. The only play is to first. Tyler Hogan over to Carson Burke to retire Drew Johnson, but a run comes home. The ground out by Johnson scores Jacob Hellman. Loper takes third, Mai takes second. It is 1-0 Washington Metro East. Austin Paul now climbs in. Paul, 5'7", 165 pounds, attends Redmond. And he takes outside for ball 1. That pitch catches the outside corner to even the counts. Outside, 2-1. Ground ball to the shortstop. Hogan has it, drops it, picks it back up, and gets it on over to first in time to retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit, 2 left on base to the home half of the second. We go 1-0 Metro East. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net.
Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
That tight angle for you, stay wide and then just zoom in whenever the ball's put in play. Perfect. Yeah, that's awesome.
Even looking from where in this angle, I might be able to widen this a little bit more.
If you want, I mean,
that's pretty good, though.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. Metro East putting a run on the board. RBI ground out by Drew Johnson to score. Jacob Hellman from third lone hit in the game belonging to Jet Mai. Washington Northwest will pick up the bat here in the home half of the second inning against Jake Smith. Smith warming up on the mound. 6 foot, 210 pounds, committed to Lower Columbia. Jack Fenton will lead it off for Washington Northwest. Check swing, ball put in play, and coming on to make the grab is Jet Mai. 1 pitch, 1 out. Up now is Tyler Hogan. And he swings through the first offering, strike 1.
That was number 11 he just hit, right?
Hit on a rope. Coming in to make the grab is Noah Weintraub. A correction. The leadoff batter in this half inning was Caden Wotipka. Caden Wotipka led off with the check swing flyout. And then a harder hit ball, but right to center field off the bat of Tyler Hogan. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom of the second. Chris Woodside at the plate. He swings through it for strike 1.
Thank you, BJ.
One ball, 1 strike, the count. Driven to left center. That will split the outfielders and get down. Woodside, a big turnaround first, and he will get in safely, standing up at second base with a double. First hit of the game for Washington Northwest. Tying run in scoring position for Bryce Johnson. Johnson, 6'2", 190 pounds, attends Meridian. First pitch from Smith. Ground ball to the left side. And the shortstop, Drew Johnson, makes the throw. And catch was made by the first baseman, Colby Holmdahl, but the umpire in the field saying that the throw pulled him off the bag. And so Bryce Johnson aboard on the infield single. Two on now for Jack Fenton. Fenton, 5'11", 177 pounds, attends Kamiak High School. Fouls the first pitch, back and out of play, strike 1. Woodside did take third on that play, so runners at the corners for Northwest. The 0-1 from Smith. High, ball 1. The 1-1 to Fenton. Runner at first takes off. The pitch is inside. Throw down to third. And everybody's safe. Stolen base for Bryce Johnson. 2 in scoring position now. 2-1. The count to Jack Fenton. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Check swing, no swing. The pitch up and in, and that will run the count full. Chris Woodside at third. Bryce Johnson at second for Washington Northwest. Jack Fenton waits for the payoff. Here it is. Fouled off and out of play. Jake Smith looks in, gets the sign from his catcher, Colby Loper. Now comes set. Another 3-2. Popped up, back behind home plate, and out of play. Right next to the camera. Apologies for those of you listening with earphones. So a battle here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 on, 2 out. Another 3-2 pitch from Jake Smith to Jack Fenton. Here it is. Low ball 4. The bases are loaded. So both teams, after going 3 up, 3 down in the first inning, load the bases in the second. Metro East able to get a run on the board. An opportunity for Jonah Shull at the plate for Northwest to do that and more. A healthy cut for strike one. Woodside at third, Johnson at second, Fenton, at first. Fouled back into the net, strike two. Fastball up. Smith still ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases full of red for Jonah Shull. To right. Coming on and making the grab is Blake Miller to retire the side. Northwest leaves the bases loaded. To the top of the third we go. 1-0 Metro East. More after this.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field, the home of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net. Top of the third inning, Washington Metro East with a 1-0 advantage over Washington Northwest. Some defensive positions, and we'll get them to you in just a moment. The first pitch to Jake Smith, the opposing pitcher, fouled back for strike one. Alrighty, so the 1-1 to Smith, and it hits him. So here are the defensive changes for Washington Northwest. At third base now is Jonah Shull. At shortstop, Tyler Hogan. At second, Carson Burns. At first, Caden Wotipka. In the outfield, in left, Bryce Johnson. In center, Gage Bruce. And in right is Jack Fenton. Our best guess, the catcher is still Chris Woodside. Jersey number obstructed by the catcher's gear. Pickoff throw to first. And the runner back safely.
When there's a runner on, you can zoom in a little bit more because there's like you want to catch the runner if there's a pickoff throw or if he's going to try and steal second. Okay. You get a little bit closer like that.
And another pickoff throw, again unsuccessful. Smith back safely.
Perfect.
First pitch, and it hits Blake Miller. So the first two batters aboard the painful way. Lineup will turn over and bring up Noah Weintraub.
Such a promising first inning.
Pitch home by Brunette. Driven to left, hooking, foul. Missed the pole by a couple of feet. And a long strike. Swing and a miss, strike two. Brunette sitting between 78 and 80 miles an hour on his fastball, 65 to 67 on his curveball, and 72 to 73 miles an hour on his changeup. 0-2 pitch to Weintraub. Dropped in there, strike three called. One out in the top of the third. Logan Blank stands in now. That pitch paints the lower outside corner to the lefty batter. Strike one. Jake Smith and Blake Miller on base, both hit by a pitch. Driven to left. Going back and making the grab is Bryce Johnson. Two away. Runners hold. Colby Holmdahl next up for what? Metro East. First pitch is high, ball one. 1-0 to Holmdahl. On the ground to right, scooped up by the second baseman Carson Burns. The easy toss to first to retire the side. So Brandon Brunette works around a pair of leadoff runners, leaves them stranded to the home half of the third we go from Harry and David Field.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, God! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net. 1-0 lead for Washington Metro East as we head to the home half of the third inning. Jake Smith back on the mound for the Navy and White. Smith sitting between 80 and 82 miles an hour on his fastball, 70 to 73 miles an hour on the curveball, and 68 to 71 miles an hour on the changeup. Carson Burke at the plate for Washington Northwest. And the first pitch is in there for strike one. The 0-1 misses low and away. Popped up right side of the infield. Jet Mai is under it and makes the grab.
You can zoom in even tighter on those if you want. Okay. Yeah, definitely get closer. Oh, dude, all good. It's really whatever you're comfortable with. Like, yeah, you know that you can.
One out, nobody on for Carson Burns. First pitch to Burns, outside, ball one. He pops it up, back behind home plate, and out of play. Burns, 6'1", 170 pounds, attends Henry M. Jackson. Jake Smith gets the sign from Colby Loper, winds and fires. Drops one in there for strike two. And the breaking ball just off the plate. Count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Driven to left center field. Weintraub ranges over and makes the grab for out number 2. Up now for Northwest is Dylan Schwartzmiller. Schwartz Miller, 6 foot, 175 pounds, out of Snohomish. And he looks at strike one. Popped up, right side. Coming in is Blake Miller. Near the line, he squeezes the glove for a 1-2-3 home half of the third. To the fourth we go, 1-0 Metro East. Back with more from Harry and David Field after this. The 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships, live on TableRockSports.net, is brought to you by the City of Medford and by Lithia Auto Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler. Visit LithiaAutoSuperstore.com to find your next ride. Again, LithiaSuperstore.com. Proud presenting sponsor of Table Rock Sports. Brandon Brunette back on the mound for Washington Northwest. Same defensive lineup that we had in the third inning. Jonah Shull at third, Tyler Hogan at short, Carson Burns at second, Caden Wotipka at first, Bryce Johnson in left, Gage Bruce in center, Jack Fenton in right. Eric Dotzauer is now behind the plate. For Washington Northwest. First pitch swinging for J.J. Diaz. Back to the pitcher, Brunette. Underhand toss to first base. One pitch, one out in the top of the fourth. Up now is J.J. Diaz. He swings at the first pitch, lifts it to center field. Bruce is under it for out number two. Up next now, Colby Loper. Loper electing to take a pitch. Low and away, ball one. Brunette kicks and fires. Inside, nearly hit Loper. Home plate umpire saying it missed him. 2 balls and no strikes. Loper waits. The pitch home. Outside, ball 3. And he takes high, ball 4. Washington Metro East still with just that one base hit. A flare into left by Jet Mai, the man coming up to bat right now. That base hit by Mai back in the second inning loaded the bases. And the next man up, Drew Johnson, had an RBI groundout to score the lone run in this game. First pitch in there for strike one. Tossed in by Brandon Brunette. Loper takes his lead at first. And a pickoff throw. Not in time. Mai waits for the 0-1. Pitch is high, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Brunette comes set, checks the runner, now comes home. Fouled back and out of play, strike 2. The 1-2 to Jet Mai. Driven to left. It stays up for Bryce Johnson. He squeezes the glove to retire the side. No hits, no runs, no errors. Runner left on base. To the home half of the fourth we go. 1-0 Washington Metro East.
As the president of Southern Oregon University, I want you to know that you are welcome here on our lovely campus.
Hi, my name is Marjorie Trueblood Gamble, and I'm the Director of Diversity and Inclusion here at Southern Oregon University. We want you to know you are welcome here.
I'm Susan Walsh, Provost at Southern Oregon University, and you are welcome here.
Du bist hier willkommen.
You are welcome here.
Yokoso.
Tu és bem-vindo aqui.
SOU 欢迎你. تبقى यहाँ स्वागत छ.
You are welcome here.
أنتم مرحبون هنا.
欢迎来到美国南俄勒冈州立大学.
ยินดีต้อนรับ
You are welcome here.
Chào mừng bạn đến đây.
You are welcome here.
Welcome back to the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net. Bottom of the fourth inning, 1-0 Washington Metro East over Washington Northwest. First pitch dropped in by Jake Smith to Eric Dotzauer. In the air to right. Blake Miller near the line. Squeezes the glove for out number 1. Minor defensive changes for Washington Metro East in the field. Drew Johnson back at shortstop, and Austin Paul moves over to second base. Hellman still at third, Holmdahl still at first, Logan Blank in left, Noah Weintraub in center, and Blake Miller in right. First pitch swinging, Gage Bruce gets a lot of it, but right into the glove of Logan Blank for out number 2. Up now, Maxwell Patterson. Patterson swings at the first pitch. Ground ball to Hellman. Across the diamond. In time. A 1-2-3 inning. To the fifth we go. Cruising right along from Harry and David Field. You're watching the Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net.
A parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
The days grow long, and the last school bell rings, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to that fabled land of green, where adventure drifts with you on the water and carries you through the trees. So let curiosity get the best of you and take the trail less traveled to Southern Oregon. Your journey begins when you travel Medford.
You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net, presented by the City of Medford, Lithia Auto Superstore, Jeep Dodge Chrysler, and U.S. Cellular of Siskiyou.
I cannot say cellular for the life of me. Cellular.
New pitcher on the mound for Washington Northwest. Number 1, Aiden Tibbetts. 5'9", 155 pounds, out of Northwest Christian. Defensive changes for Washington Northwest. I'll give you the whole field. Jonah Shull remains at third. Tyler Hogan is at short. Dylan Schwartzmiller is at second. Carson Burke is at first. Max Patterson is in left. Gage Bruce is in center. And Jack Fenton is in right. Behind the plate is Eric Dotzauer. Drew Johnson, Austin Paul, and Jake Smith, the three due up for Washington Metro East, nursing a one-run lead despite being out-hit in this game, 2-1. Drew Johnson, only player with an RBI in this game. Grounded out to second base with the bases loaded back in the second inning. And he watches a first pitch strike tossed in there from Aiden Tibbetts. And the next pitch misses low. Count evens 1-1. Fouled straight back. Here's the 1-2 to Drew Johnson. On the outside corner, strike three called. One away in the top of the fifth inning. Austin Paul steps in now. First pitch, low and in, ball one. On a line, but foul. 1-1. 1 out, nobody on for Austin Palm. Hayden Tibbetts kicks and fires. Fastball up. The 2-1. Low. Ball 3. And outside, ball 4. So Paul walks, and that will bring up Jake Smith. Smith has pitched 4 shutout innings. Up here now with the bat and a runner on. And he takes low and away, ball 1. Driven to right and over the head of Jack Fenton. That will get all the way to the wall. The center fielder, Gage Bruce, picks the ball up, and it'll be a stand-up triple for Jake Smith. He drives in the second run of the game. Coming home is Drew Johnson. 2-0, Washington Metro East. Up now is Blake Miller. And off speed, dropped in for for strike 1. That's driven to left and will get down for a base hit. Blake Miller drives in Smith. And it's now 3-0 Metro East. The lineup turns over for the Navy team and will bring up Noah Weintraub. Popped up. Left side of the infield. Tyler Hogan makes the grab for out number 2. Logan Blank now at the plate. 1 on and 2 out. First pitch in there for strike 1. One ball and 1 strike. The count on Logan Blank. Tibbetts comes set, checks the runner, fires home. Line foul down the third baseline. The 1-2 misses low and in. Count even. Noah Weintraub, Blake Miller at first base. His RBI single, scoring Jake Smith to plate the second run of the inning. Now Outside, ball 3. The runner takes off. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3 to retire the side. To the bottom of the 5th we go. 3-0 Washington Metro East. 2 more hits, 2 more runs across. They have a 3-0 lead.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field, the home of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net. Washington Metro East pushed 2 more runs across in the top of the 5th, courtesy of the man on the mound, Jake Smith, an RBI triple and a run scored in the top half of this inning to give his team some breathing room. He's back on the mound, having scattered just 2 hits over 4 shutout innings. He'll face off against his counterpart, that is Caden Wotipka at the plate, playing first base for Washington Northwest. Wotipka looks at strike 1. Defensive substitutions for Washington Metro East. Drew Johnson is at third, Austin Paul at short, Jet Mai at second base. Fouled back for strike 2. Colby Holmdahl remains at first, Logan Blank in left, Noah Weintraub in center, Blake Miller in right, and Colby Loper behind home plate. The 0-2 to Caden Wotipka. Popped up, back and out of play. Here's the 0-2. Waved at and missed. Strike 3. The throw down to first base is in time to complete the out. 1 away. Up now for Washington Northwest is Tyler Hogan. Hogan takes a pitch low, ball 1. And he drills one way foul. Strike 1. To the second baseman, under the glove of Jet Mai into right field. A 1-out single for Tyler Hogan. That will bring the bring up Chris Woodside. Waiting on deck, representing the tying run, is Bryce Johnson. And the first pitch is outside, ball one. Fouled straight back to even the count. Hogan at first. Here's the 1-1 to Woodside. To right field. Coming in is Blake Miller. Loses the hat. Keeps the glove on. The runner took off. The throw to first in time. Good old-fashioned 9-3 double play to retire the side. To the sixth we go. 3-0 Metro East. You're watching Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net.
Seen a new way to achieve the highest level of savings. Peak Rewards. The Peak Rewards app is your roadmap to savings wherever your journey takes you. Simply by using our mobile app, you can shop for a mountain of savings in any of our convenience stores and fuel up for less. Just download the Peak Rewards app, register, find participating stations and stores near you, and start saving. With Peak Rewards, you can travel further for less. So what are you waiting for? Download Peak Rewards today and find a location near you.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's awesome. And completely free, too. Really, really cool. Totally. Well, yeah, and really, I mean, before like 5-10 years ago, it just wasn't possible. But nowadays, you see the setup. The laptop, the soundboard, and the camera. Yeah. Like, that's it, and you're off and running. You can broadcast from anywhere from your suitcase.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. Top of the sixth inning in this matchup between Washington Metro East and Washington Northwest. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net. Defensive substitutions behind pitcher Aiden Tibbetts for Washington Northwest. Jonas Schull remains at third, Tyler Hogan at short, Dylan Schwartzmiller at second, Caden Wotipka over at first base, Max Peterson in left, Bryce Johnson in center, and Gage Bruce is in right. And first pitch swinging, Colby Holmdahl, strike one. And the 0-1 grounded foul, strike two. Each team with only 3 hits through 5 innings. But Washington Metro East, the timely hits, scored 1 in the second and 2 more in the fifth. The 0-2 to Holmdahl. Lifted to left. Peterson coming on and makes the grab for out number 1. Up now is J.J. Diaz. First pitch swinging right up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Diaz delivers the 4th hit of the game for Washington Metro East. A runner on for Jacob Hellman, who we will see on the mound in the bottom half of this inning. Tibbetts comes set, comes home. And paints the outside corner, strike one. Misses outside that time. Count evens up. On the ground, left side. Shortstop Hogan to second for one. On to first, not in time to turn the double play. Hellman legs out the fielder's choice. Force out at second base. Diaz is retired. 2 away in the top of the 6th inning for Colby Loper. Low and in, ball one. On the outside edge. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. In the dirt, runner takes off, the throw to second base, not in time. Hellman taking advantage of the wild pitch, gets himself into scoring position. Fouled back into the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. Aiden Tibbetts on the mound, Colby Loper at the plate. Tibbetts checks the runner, now comes home, swung on and missed. And they'll say catcher held onto the ball, strike 3 to retire the side. 1 run left on base. To the home half of the 6th we go. 3-0 Metro East on TableRockSports.net.
Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
The 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net are brought to you in part by the City of Medford and by Lithia Auto Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. This broadcast is also brought to you by Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, with 7 convenient locations to serve you. Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, proud presenting sponsor of Table Rock Sports. Jake Hellman toes the rubber now for Washington Metro East. Hellman, standing in at 6'2", 170 pounds, attends Roosevelt High School in his free time. Starting pitcher Jake Smith, his day is done. Went 5 scoreless innings, scattered 3 hits. Also had a RBI triple and a run scored in the 5th. Bryce Johnson, Jack Fenton, and Jonah Shull, the 3 due up for Washington Northwest here in the home half of the 6th. Jake Hellman on the mound against Bryce Johnson. First pitch from Hellman, up and in, ball 1. A healthy cut from Johnson, who comes up empty. Here's the 1-1. Fouled straight back, strike 2. Same defensive alignment for Washington Metro East. Drew Johnson at third, Austin Paul at short, Jet Mai at second, Colby Holmdahl at first, Logan Blank in left, Noah Weintraub in center, Blake Miller in right. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count on Bryce Johnson. Hellman comes set, kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down in the home half of the 6th. That will bring up Jack Fenton. And Fenton takes a breaking ball in the inner half for strike 1. Hellman stumbles on the mound, but gets the strike call. Here's the 0-2 to Fenton. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Jacob Hellman. 2 up and 2 down for Jonah Shull. Breaking ball to Jonah Shull, misses inside for ball 1. Popped, foul, and out of play off the first base side. Hellman comes set, comes home. The 1-1, popped foul and out of play. Strike 2. The 1-2 to Shull. Fastball outside. Ball 2. In the air and into right field for a base hit. Oh, it kicks off of Blake Miller in right, and that will allow Shull to take second base. So a hit and the first error of the game will put a runner on second base for Washington Northwest and bring up Carson Burke. Hellman misses low with the fastball for ball 1. The 1-0 offering is high, ball 2. Breaking ball misses away. 3 balls and no strikes. Outside, ball 4. Apologies, having some technical difficulties with our center field camera. Try to get that back up and running. In the meantime, Carson Burns at the plate, and he watches breaking ball dropped in for strike 1. Fouled straight back in the count 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, four crapped out on this, but maybe just needs to cool off. I don't know. I'll try it later.
Here's the 0-2. Okay. Ground ball foul down the third base line. Jonah Shull, a 2-out single at second. Carson Burke walked at first. Carson Burns at the plate for Washington Northwest. Burns, 6'1", 170 pounds, attends Henry M. Jackson. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Hellman strikes out the side, leaves a pair stranded. To the 7th inning we go, 3-0 Washington Metro East on TableRockSports.net.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
We're back. Oh, we're back. Yeah, it's the same issue. So it's not the receiver or him.
Oh, it's all like right. Okay, I see. It's just choppy. We don't really know what the issue is. He could be coming from this end or that end. I'm not really sure. Something. Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field, the home of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net. A 3-0 lead for Washington Metro East up to bat here in the top of the 7th inning. Aiden Tibbetts back on the mound for Washington Northwest, and the first pitch misses high for ball 1. Tibbetts sitting between 79 and 82 miles an hour on his fastball, 70-72 miles an hour on the curveball, and 70 to 73 miles an hour on the changeup. Drops that one in there to even the counts up. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jet Mai of Washington Metro East. Pitch misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Mai swings through it for strike 2. Outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes the count to Jet Mai, leading it off in the top of the 7th. Low, ball 4. Leadoff man aboard for Metro East, and that will bring up Drew Johnson. Johnson drove in the first run of the game back in the 2nd inning, an RBI ground out with the bases loaded. Here he takes high, ball 1. Then got aboard in the top of the 5th and came around to score on the Jake Smith triple. Cuts through that offering and evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Jet Mai at first. The 1-1. In there for strike 2. Waved at, foul tipped in the glove, strike 3. Tibbetts records the strikeout. 1 down in the top of the 7th inning. And Austin Paul will step in. Paul takes low, ball 1. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. One more game on tap for you after this one, starting at around 6 p.m. here on TableRockSports.net. Oregon Metro East taking on Oregon State. And that pitch to Paul, high and outside, ball 3. Chet Mai at first. 1 out in the top of the 7th. On the outside corner, strike 1. Popped up, left side. Coming in is Max Peterson to make the grab. Excuse me, Max Patterson in left to make the grab for out number 2. Up now is Jake Smith. Four scoreless innings on the mound, an RBI triple and a run scored in the 5th with the bat, and he takes outside, ball 1. The breaking ball from Tibbetts misses away for ball 2. Ground ball to the second baseman. Schwartzmiller scoops it up. The toss to second base where where Carson Burns steps on second to retire the side. 1 runner left on base. To the home half of the 7th we go, 3-0 Metro East. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on Table Rock Sports.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, get higher! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field, the home of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships, broadcast live on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the City of Medford and U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. With 7 convenient locations to serve you, U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, proud presenting sponsor of Table Rock Sports. Jake Hellman back on the mound for Washington Metro East, trying to finish up the home half of the 3rd and secure the 3-0 victory. Washington Northwest at the plate, Dylan Schwartzmiller, and in the top of the order, Eric Dotzauer and Carson Burns. Schwartzmiller swings through the first pitch, strike 1. Hellman kicks and fires. Misses away, ball 1. Fouled back and out of play. Jacob Hellman sitting 80 to 83 miles an hour with the fastball, 65 to 68 on the curve, and 70 to 72 on the changeup. There's the curve, got away from him, and Schwartzmiller aboard the painful way. Up now, Eric Dotzauer. Into right. Miller is under it and makes the grab for out number 1.
Yeah, you got to call center field camera.
Okay. That's it. Pitch all the way out.
He's just not on center.
Up now is Gage Bruce. And Bruce takes high for ball 1. Pick-off throw to first. Schwartzmiller back safely. Wind starting to pick up, blowing in from left field here at Harry and David Field. A little squeeze shot that Mai will let drop. They go to second base for the force. That's a veteran play by the second baseman, Jet Mai, to let the flare drop in front of him. Easily retires the lead runner on the force out, 2 away. And that will bring up Max Patterson. Gets behind Patterson, and that will allow Gage Bruce to take second base. Here's the 1-0 from Hellman. Into right. Miller makes the grab, and that will do it. The final from Harry and David Field. Washington Metro East 3, Washington Northwest 0. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships here on TableRockSports.net. Going to take a quick break and be back at 6 p.m. with the nightcap. Oregon Metro East versus Oregon State. For our executive producer, Joe Brett, and all of us here at TableRockSports.net, I am Jonathan Kerman saying so long and thank you for tuning in from Harry and David Field.